Alice. I like to crochet, but I run into many problems, and I'm gonna tell each of them into episodes of Crochet Confessions. I'm gonna tell you the problem, I'm gonna look for solution, I'm gonna try some of those solutions, and then we'll see if it works or not. For me, obviously, but we can all share this together. So, for the first episode, I wanted to talk about Amigurumis. I adore them. I've got this gorgeous book, Friends of Picpo by Yanchenko, and I've got second book of hers, and I did two of them. They were gifts, can't show them unfortunately, and I had a really hard time finishing them, and then I started other, and my big problem is sewing up the bots. So this is Robin the unicorn, and I did sew the neck and I had to redo it, and it's still not a really satisfying job for me. And I've got all the parts. I've got her tail, I've got her hair, I've got corn, I've got little wings, you know, I've got her ears, and I finished all those parts nearly 2 months ago. Yes, and I wish this was the only one, but I'm so sorry for this little dog, where again I have all the parts. I have his forepaws, I have his ears, I have his collar, his hat. The tail is somewhere. That's his tail, yeah. So I've got a problem. I think it's because it's so difficult, and it's the finishing part, and you want it to be perfect, and clearly I need to practice. I don't know. And what is my current solution for this? Well, you're not gonna like it. My current solution is starting other amigurumis, and again doing parts and not putting them together. So this needs to stop. So let's look into different solution for me. Okay, so one solution would be to just get on it, and I can set a timer and challenge myself to finish it in 1 hour. It's not going to happen, but you know, and set 1 hour apart to finish it. Got the time tomorrow while listening to a podcast, something where I don't, excuse me, something where I don't have to watch anything. I can just listen, or I can go somewhere else where I don't have internet, I don't have distraction, and I just have my amigurumi with me. And since I've got two of those to finish, I'm gonna try the two solution, and I'll tell you if it works, if one worked better for me, or if none worked. No, it has to work. This little fella is a gift for one of my coworkers' daughter, and she needs to be ready in 4 days. So I gotta get on it. I've got all the parts. Come on, all the parts. And I did the others apparently, which was this part, and I'm so happy it is Eden, because again, not the nicest job. I hate it because it's a gift, you know. I don't know, shall I redo the head? We'll see. So see you tomorrow. So we are the following day. I'm at my desk and I have the unicorn ready. I've got all the parts. I'm just gonna listen to a podcast. I'm gonna listen to Critical Role Season 1, Vox Machina, because I mostly listen. I don't need to look at it. I'm gonna have the book, I have the model, I have everything I need, but motivation, it's nearly 2 p.m. I've done everything I needed to do. Can't escape from this. I need to finish it, and it's gonna be alright. And if I mess up, I just redo it. Come on, it's not that hard. So I'm gonna put the ears. Like, the hardest thing for me to put on is the hair, because it needs to be put like so. And I'm not sure how it's gonna happen. I need to fill it, that will help. And then same with the tail, like, that was I was trying to do last time. I need to put the tail here, but then I need to stitch it a bit more so it stays a bit flat. And then you need an extra stitch to make it cuter, rounder. It's not pretty what I'm showing you. You need to round it a tiny bit and then put a stitch there, so it looks cuter. So yeah, let's try the tail. See you. So quick update. Things are not working out at all. Yeah, it's not. I can't do it. I just try my best, and it's so. It took me 20 minutes, and I just have to do it. I'll be fine. And I looked for a tutorial on Jan Schenkel Instagram, and she doesn't have one for the tail. Oh, I've missed it. So I'm on my own on this one. I'll be fine, hopefully. It's oh my god. See you. Another half an hour passed, and I made progress, kinda. Not completely done with this. It's better, and I put this one on, much easier. But still not happy. And now I have to do the hair, and I'm afraid it's gonna be the same problem as this one, so I'm gonna probably have to sew it all along, so it doesn't, stick out. And if I didn't have to fill it, it would be fine, but I think I need to fill it a little and still manage to sew it down. And for the top part, I don't know if I could like this or like this, because I tried like this. Yeah, for the tail I didn't like this, and it was easier. So let's try this. So another update. This is not working. Me being in front of my computer. I just switched to another video instead of a podcast. I made very little progress. Like, I did it take 2 years, but yeah, I'm not making progress. I just want to play. Maybe I will. Yeah, before I need to go out. Maybe, hopefully, this is the part where it gets better. But obviously, one of the big issues is that I'm not liking what I'm doing aesthetically. Like, you can see my stitches, they're not pretty. I don't like that. It's a gift for someone again, so I'm a bit ashamed of giving away something so poorly finished. Yeah, it's hard. Or am I being too hard on myself? I don't know. I probably need a break. I'm gonna play something, The Sims probably, and I'm gonna come back to it when I'm in a better mood. See you there. Okay people, it's been a long time for me, not for you, and I could not work on that. And as I have a timeline, it needs to be finished tomorrow, and yet I'm procrastinating. What did I do? I started another Amigurumi project, and I'm doing a balloon. This doesn't look like a balloon, although the motif, the stripes are quite nice, but I'm unhappy with that. So suddenly I want to change project, and I'm gonna go back to Unicorn, finally finish it, and hopefully get it done by tomorrow, so we can give it tomorrow. And we're still doing the podcast thing, like I am in front of my computer listening to something in the background. It's just video game playthrough, and let's get to it. Things I learned. There is no shortcut in Amigurumis. Like, first I tried to sew it, like I do one stitch there and there, I'll do one stitch there and there, and one there and there, and no, I did tiny stitch, and no, it's like this. It's a bit too long because there's not enough of a boop right there, but it's on. So we're gonna say that it's done. And the funny thing is that, like maybe a week ago, Yanchenko finally released Robin on her Etsy, and apparently there's a ton of pictures to explain how she did it. I wonder if there is new ones, and I already have the pattern. I have it in the book. It's less pricey to have it in the book. She admits that herself. But I need those photos, because one of the promo photos, I realized that this end goes here and vice versa. And also she did another kind of hair, and I think it's free on her blog, the other kind, the kind that is not in the book. And I should have done that. She said it's harder to sew on at the end, but the results probably be neater. So one thing I'm gonna do is snap those extra, yeah, let's just, I don't want to see you anymore. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Another thing I learned, when they say leave a tail to sew it on, I thought don't leave a tail and use, like, take an extra one, or leave an extra long tail, because I never seem to have enough and it's ugly because of that. So just leave a very long tail, or don't leave one and then take an extra, whatever, an extra, I got the word, thread, you know. In the model, the pattern, there's a little swirly pink chick. I don't think I want to do that because that'd be too much pink, so I'm gonna use another type of pink. I have a soft pink that I use for this pitch. This was actually my first amigurumi. and it's pink. It's a soft pink, and I may use it to do like some lines to mark the cheeks. Just, you know, it doesn't have a smile. I don't want to add it. And then I have the two little wings to add on. Like I said, this is a unicorn. But I made them, so I might as well stitch them, and I can embroider an A. And I need to finish this little thing. Like this is just, there's a pin holding it in place. That's not gonna do. And I will be done. But no shortcuts. Take the time, do it as prettily as you can. Because look at that. This is ugly. I'm a bit ashamed to give that. Yeah, another thing, but we'll talk about it in the conclusion. I can't believe it. It's done. It's completely done. It's far from perfect. Like, yeah, I did the cheeks on both sides, and I did a little A. It's again not perfect, but it's crochet, and because of the nature of crochet, sometimes it's such a nice guide, and other times it will mess your pattern. And in this case, it messed my pattern. It did. Oh, wasn't good enough. But the wings are not completely put in. So I will say this project, because of my skill, is quite fragile. Luckily, it's a gift for a 10 years old, so she's not gonna play with it. It's gonna be on display. But if it was for a younger kid, I wouldn't be able to keep it as it is. So I need to really keep practicing on doing nice strong stitch that you can't see and that blends in and are really stronger. But it's it's such a relief. I have to show it on Instagram, and oh my god, it's done. And it's, even with all its default, I need to appreciate it. I made this, and yes, I did follow a pattern. I did not come up with it, but it's awesome. I made an alicorn. Oh, she's so cute. So see you for the next one. Well, hello there. I am at my other desk where I don't have any computer, so no distractions. I may put some music in the back, but like we'll try to do no distractions, nothing, and I'm gonna work on the little dog. And I'll check with you. So it's done. It's cute, but although I did sew them on the same way, I think I did, they look quite different, quite lopsided, quite asymmetrical, and I will need to actually sew it on a lot more for it to be completely folded. Maybe just a pinch here, like, okay, let's do this quickly, and just, come on, pinch you. Yeah, pinch roughly on the same. I don't know. You know what? You can tell me, because I'm gonna keep this one. So maybe later on. But for now, do I do the other part, which is putting the collar here and then the body. I look so difficult. Or do I do the little paws first and the little tail. I think the tail is like that. And the paws are like that. So it can... You know what? Do it! I did it! So the trick was to actually sew the opening to the head and not sew the collar. And I was like, it's gonna be so difficult, but it wasn't. I don't know. So and the fact that it was easier makes me confident, and now I can finish it, you know? Any victory, and it's not a small victory. Oh wait, is that's loop-sided completely. Like, he's gonna be falling, isn't he? Oh, he said it's gonna be turned. That's how it is. It's fine. Let's do the pose. So it stands on its paw, but what are those? So clearly not. I don't know. This one is better, I think. I don't know. Like, yeah, this one's better. What do we do? Do we redo everything to have the courage to, like, they should be even. They should be like that, you know? And they're not. Wait, you can't see him. But hey. It's cute. It's cute. Now to do those, where are they? I have one here. So I have to sew all of this on here. Yeah. Let's do that. It's done. It's supposed to sit like that. No, it's too like there's a knot. Well, they look symmetrical for once, but they don't sit the same way. So I don't know. I think I have to redo this paw. Pa. Sorry. Let me bring you up. So yeah, I still have the tail on. And excuse me. Okay. Since it's Crochet Confession, I have to confess. I did this one and I just wanted to stop. I didn't want to do this one. And now I have the tail. Like this is the last thing, since I can't find the hat. And yet I just want to stop. And then there will be no lights left. And I will have a great excuse to not do it. Oh my god, I have to redo it, don't I? Anywho, wait, we take dinner? Dinner break? Yes? I think that's a yes. So, this is the last part, the conclusion of Crochet Confession number 1. Did I do it? I did. I finished 2 amigurumis. So cute, so happy. This one is Robin again by Jan Schenkel from Picapo, but she did release the pattern for Robin on Etsy. I will link that below. And I did this little pug by Irene Strange, and she has an Etsy, she has a website, she has Instagram, but this pattern is found in magazines most of the time. I couldn't find the individual pattern. Anyway, it's done. And I'm gonna talk about what worked, what didn't. Maybe some of you expected a how-to. No, that's actually me having a hard time finishing amigurumis for 2 reasons, vaguely. One is it's hard. So what worked? Looking for tutorials. And actually Jan Schenkel, again, on Instagram, she has a few videos on how to sew up different parts. And it showed me one thing I was doing wrong. I was very gentle with it. I was afraid to mess up the stitches, if I had to undo it. No, this is sturdy, just go for it. Don't be too gentle, go for it. And also, if it doesn't work, redo it. I had to redo the head, and it was much better redoing it than sticking with that first head that was really, the neck was really squished. So yeah, do not be afraid to redo it, and your previous stitch will regain their previous form, so redo it. And look at a ton of reference pictures, as many as you can. Usually in the patterns they're included. Look for videos of people who have done it. Look for reference to have a better idea how it's put together. And something that didn't work was leaving small tails. I don't have an example right now, but I left this much. This is not enough. And if you don't have enough, just grab an altogether different piece of string. Well, not different in the color, but you know, just have another tail and another string and sew it in. It will make your life much easier. And then the second thing that is difficult for me is actually finishing projects. And I tried the Pomodoro technique, you know, when you do 25 minutes and then you stop, and 25 and you stop. That worked for this one, but I did it unconsciously. I didn't have an alarm going off telling me, oh, you have to stop, you know, because I did one part and then took a little break because I recorded it. But it was a break within the project. I didn't go to something else, or else I would have stopped completely. For example, before doing the tail, I went to dinner. Did I return to it after? No, I did it, actually went outside to do it. I had no distraction. Again, something that worked. Being in complete silence. It worked for me. I didn't put any music. When I finished Robin, I was listening to a podcast at first. When I wanted to finish it, her. For the wings, I didn't press play. I didn't think about pressing play, I just concentrated on the task. So I found out that what I do is called Flomodos. Flomodo, it's Pomodoro with a flow, and as long as you're in the flow, you keep going. But when you feel like you need a break, you take it. It can be a short break, a long break. But yeah. Deadlines. Both work and don't work. It puts so much pressure on me that it's not a good thing for my mental health, and I'm stressed, but it does push you to finish it. So I don't know about deadlines. I tend to procrastinate and then I find an excuse around the deadline and I push it back. So I will say this does not work for me. Yes. What else do I have to say? Being in front of my computer didn't work. Big distraction. I'd rather go hello again every time. So yeah, now I have a ton of other amigurumis I've started. Well, a ton. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kinda. So that's nice. I will show them to you when I finish them. And again, I will remember that. No, wait, I have another one. I have another one somewhere in a little bag. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, this one I started years. I've been crocheting for 2 years. So I started really early in my crocheting journey and I only finished it now. So yeah, it's 2 years old, I think. So in 2 years, see you with hopefully a lot more. One of my goals is to just do all of those. How many are there? I don't remember. A lot. And I've got 2 of our books, so that's a lot of little amigurumi. But I love Yanshinkel patterns. I love them. My crazier goal is to have 2 of each. So I have one for me, and when someone asks for one, it's already done, and I can give it. Oh, you know, unless people pay for the yarn. This was finishing amigurumis, or at least trying to. Well, I did finish 2. Hopefully I will see you soon with all the finished amigurumis, all the finished object. And I'll see you next month for another crocheting confession. Bye!